Well, hello guys, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. If I sound excited, it's because I am. I got here Wednesday night in Egypt, and you know, it was sort of like I don't know, it was a tough call. But all my family's still with my mum, and she's in the safe place, and yeah, we're just waiting, and yeah, all sorts really. But I spent 3 days when I got here. I was sick, I had diarrhea. Oh, I slept for hours and hours. It was just like, I know what it is. It's the toxicity leaving my body, all that bloody stress. You know, I've always survived highly on stress, but I've just had enough. But anyway, I'm alive. I finally made it to breakfast and kept something down. It definitely is not the food or the people or the heat or anything. It's all lovely, jubbly. Okay. Just shuffle them again. Yeah, so I've done a makeshift stand. I've got bottles of water, I've got shoe boxes, I've got belts and everything holding on a coat hanger. I should do a YouTube video on that, you know. Well, I don't know about Amazon, whether they deliver in Egypt. I wouldn't give it a go, but I looked and I couldn't understand Egypt's rating. But anyway, okay, let's have a look then. So I want to know, the Royal Griff does some excellent videos. I do enjoy listening to her. She's one of my favourites, and yeah, she's come out with some interesting stuff. So I'm going to look at now whether did Meghan block Thomas? Oh, and Neil Sean. I like him as well, sorry. And Neil Sean. But, you know, did Meghan stop Thomas coming to meet Harry because she'd faked a miscarriage? Because I'm telling you now, that guy would not have married her in any other situation. And the royal family would have been against it as well. So, you know, the way to work, they wouldn't want a kid out of wedlock, would they? And how convenient. Come wedding day, there's no bump. Anyway, okay, let's have a look. Not that I'm calling her a liar. I'll let you decide. Okay, so why is it Meghan didn't want, you know, Thomas anywhere near Harry? And that's the truth. She didn't want him anywhere near. Oh my God, I hope no one can hear me next door. Oh my God, God knows what they'll think I'm up to. But yeah, look at that, saying she was pregnant. I was right all along. She wasn't just, you know, the one you know about, the miscarriage. That was the second one. This is what, you know, got into bed. You know, that's what she said to Harry. And I've told you before, so for all you newcomers, you know, she told him, you know, she was pregnant. They got married, and then she lost the baby after the wedding had been arranged, okay? Not after the wedding, after the plans, the blessing and everything else. And of course, you know, if you're going to propose to your missus because she's pregnant, well, when she has an apparent miscarriage, well, you can't say no and say the wedding's off, can you? Okay. I wonder if Harry will ever know that he has been had. I couldn't do that, could you? I mean, I don't know, I can manipulate people, maybe. Yeah, definitely. You could, couldn't you? I mean, I manipulate my husband into maybe letting me buy something, or the garden. You know, I did the garden. But I never told him I was pregnant to get a ring on my finger at all. Bit old for that now. So it's all about the pregnancy. Thomas Markle absolutely knows. He's playing this. They're a bit shady, aren't they? You know, and sometimes I really do toy with the idea that they're all in cahoots. But they're not, do you know what I mean? They're just not prepared, experienced, and they're new to this kind of situation. I mean, oh my God, they're all over the news all the time. How do you prepare somebody like that? Well, Meghan didn't, did she? She excluded her father. She did not want him anywhere near Meghan. I mean, can you imagine over the dinner table and it's like, well, will you be adopting then in the future, Meghan? You know, some people say she's had a hysterectomy. I know some of it, she's definitely not been able to have children for a long time, a long time. And I know people say, oh, she had a termination and this, that and the other in her younger days, or she's even got a kid somewhere else. Bit far-fetched, you know, for these two anyway, a bit far-fetched. Would, you know, so how did Thomas feel, you know, when Meghan said she was having a baby? You know, she's pregnant. I mean, this woman's been pregnant 4 times. Oh my God, how old is she? My eggs ran out in, I think I found out when I was 28, 29. Oh, it was terrible. It was like mourning their death. It's probably good in a way that I didn't now. I appreciate that, but, you know, at the time, it's just heartbreaking. And I don't know, I'll be honest, you know, I always sometimes want what I couldn't have. So yeah, I mean, she's just she's insulted a lot of us. Yeah, what does Thomas believe about Meghan getting pregnant? It definitely didn't happen. You know, unless there's been a miracle cure for having a hysterectomy or infertility or damaged eggs, which I do believe will happen in the future. We've got some amazing technology, medical stuff coming our way. However, I just feel like he definitely didn't agree. It's not what he knows. You know, you got physical here, 2 of Pentacles. He believes those 2 children that are living, whether you believe them or not, I know, but, you know, he believes these 2 children wasn't born by Meghan. She would have spent a lot of time in a marriage to Trevor. I mean, he's never said a bloody word, you know, and why go all that way and not have children? You get married, don't you? You discuss having kids. It's a family unit as well. So I just feel like he definitely don't believe her, you know, unless something's happened. Now, it's okay not believing somebody, but as a father to Meghan, then he would be questioning, oh, bloody hell, has there been a new technology, or has she had it, you know, he don't know what the treatments are for fertility. I'll tell you who does though, Sam Markle, she'll have gone into it. So yeah, he don't believe her. He knows it's not possible. It's the eggs. People say, oh, well, she had them frozen. This woman wasn't waiting. She wasn't waiting, you know, a natural, I think she was with him, what, 9 years maybe? I have to say, guys, you know, I've been with man 14 years. It feels like 5 minutes ago. Yes, the same irritation that I had on my second date has repeated itself ever since. But yeah, he doesn't believe it. He does not believe it. Will Thomas Markle ever spill his guts? Because like Meghan, you know, we can all hold you know, he knows that if he spoke about this, there's no going back, and the poor bloke doesn't realise that there's not a cat in hell's chance, because people like Thomas and people like you a lot don't understand how people can be this way, you know, how Meghan can just be as cold as she is. Will Thomas ever tell that Meghan couldn't have children? Oh, yes, he will. He bloody will, okay? When that final nail on the coffin, when the door's firmly shut, when he believes that there's no way. He thinks his message when he's sitting there seeing his grandchildren, asking to see them, you know, that he has still that power. Meghan isn't buying it, you know, she's just thinking he never will, he never will, he never will. And nobody can be truly sure about what goes on behind closed doors, but, you know, there's the newspaper. He's not willing to say just yet, but he will do. Maybe Thomas will bring out a book on his daughter of his own. That is the main reason Meghan does not want Harry anywhere near Thomas. So how can you con Harry into having, 2 kids? Easy. You have a miscarriage. Tell Harry the doctor advised against carrying. It would be, painful. She could lose, and she can't go through that again. Excuse me. Second miscarriage. All in all, to sort of like throw Harry off the scent. Harry wants to have another child. Meghan's got no excuse, okay? She's based the surrogacies on the fact that she couldn't carry full time and has used it that way. Now, Harry knows nothing. Harry wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a period and a non-period. So, she has to be having periods. So you can't have a period without... let me just check that actually. Is Meghan having a menstrual cycle? Absolutely. Absolutely every bloody month without fail. I told you it's something to do with the eggs. I know people say she's had them harvested, but let's just go with this. So Thomas, you see, he paid. Oh, this is galling. This is absolutely galling. He paid for her to go for tests, and then it was she couldn't get pregnant for ages, and then a diagnosis finally come, because it wasn't at first. It's not obvious why you can't have a child, and obviously it's not Trevor that was infertile, because he's got children now. Best thing she ever did was send that ring back, honestly, to him. He seems a very nice guy, a very nice guy, caring, family. She'd have been the highly strung one, and he would have been like, the chill factor, the calm one. So yeah, diagnosis after a long time. And was she having him? Of course she was. Of course she was. Still is. I mean, I'm 48 and no sign of the change yet. Oh, I get it. No, it's not possible. What's that thing where we all get it later in life? Menopause. Did Meghan have early onset menopause? I'm getting no pain, no miscarriage, no pain. She's never been pregnant. She's never, ever been pregnant. I think you can still have, some periods on the menopause. I just feel like, an early diagnosis. So it was like, but she didn't cry over it. She didn't cry over it. She might have been upset. I don't think Meghan ever wanted children. Did Meghan ever desire children with Trevor? So getting pressure. She couldn't think straight. She had a fair few. I'm getting like instruments here. Instruments like surgical instruments, but I'm getting no pain. Sometimes, when you have something like the coil added, that can affect your ability to conceive. She'll have been, do you know what she's done, hasn't she? I know exactly what she's done. It's just, she would have tried with Trevor. She's definitely tried. She's had, every time it failed. And I just think, in the end, she accepted it because of when she's gone and got this diagnosis. But I tell you now, her father helped her out there. Her father helps her out. When he's talking about the children and wanting to see them, he's letting Meghan know that he's not going to say anything. And that is there, but obviously it's just a reminder that you know, they do know. They do know. So nobody is talking about this. Will Thomas ever let Harry know? Be careful what you're saying, Drink Thomas, please. Be careful. So before the wedding, we're going back to before this celebration. He knew something was amiss, and when he sat there saying, "Oh, I can't understand why, you know, she's not talking to us or going to their family," this is exactly why, you know. So it's not a no, it is a yes, but not yet, just not yet. That poor guy's hanging on for dear life. You know, he feels like that's what keeps him going, is hope, you know. He hopes it works out. He hopes that, you know, if Meghan and Harry ever divorce, that she would, you know, get in touch with him, because he feels that's the reason why he can't have a relationship with his daughter and their children. You know, I've said it all along, you know, Meghan has stupid reasons for blocking people out. He won't, because he loves her. You know, I've got a dad who loves me to death. He wouldn't want to upset me in any way, no matter if I was a bitch or not. You know, we've never had a crossword, you know. 48 years I am, never a crossword, where me and my mum was nearly scrapping at some points in my early teens. Yeah, well, hit me, I'll hit you back. But yeah, so, yeah, I just feel like it's postponed for now. But it'll be coming. It'll be coming. Okay, so go on then. What does Harry believe? What does Harry believe? They weren't there for her, like he says. He wasn't there. I think this isn't too bad a card. I think Harry is curious. Because all that's happening is that Meghan has made excuses. And if she has said some of the things like what Lady C said, you know, about him doing things, you know, it's Meghan's unhappiness in the situation. So if Harry, you know, this is it. So Harry could say, well, why don't you just, you know, put it in your book and say about what, you know, allude to what your dad did. Why don't you come out and tell people instead of everybody feeling sorry for him? Why don't you tell on your dad? You know, why don't you tell on your dad if he's done these terrible things? And then all of a sudden the tears flow. She can't cope. Honestly, she is one nasty, nasty piece of work. I might have it in for this week, I'm afraid. Yeah, she is, though, isn't she? You know, there's nothing nice about her, so at all. Didn't get the first dance, you know. Everybody else gets dances with their dad, don't they? At the wedding. I did mine, and I'm a grandma, so she's so tiny now. I don't know, she seems to have shrunk an awful lot. But yeah, I danced with her as well. Two of my favourite people in the world. I've got a few I like, but they're special. Yeah, so, you know, Harry's not happy about the situation whatsoever. Maybe the story has changed over the last 5, 6, 7 years. And yeah, he's not quite happy. And every time he brought it up, you know, Meghan gets upset. So, okay then, one last card. What will be the outcome of this for, what will be the outcome, you know, of Meghan being shady, lying, the father holding back, and we're looking, these are all, look, you've got 3 3s reversed. Don't want to work, you know, didn't want to get in touch with him, didn't want him at the wedding or part of the children's lives, and you know, she's making out there's pain, but it's not a pain, it's not a pain where you cry. What will be the outcome, please? time to shine. Okay, so we're getting somebody who's very, very good at something that she does. Right, so I had Doria in mind. In mind because she's a black woman. I also get another black woman. That could be Oprah. Time to shine. I think it, I definitely think it'll come out. I think all of us will be absolutely proved right. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of evidence that anybody can find, and everybody digs. But there's not enough evidence to support Meghan that she was actually really pregnant. However, there is evidence, and lots of it, that all is not what it seems. This woman is going to expose. So you got Doria, you got Oprah, and I think somebody else. This could be actually, have you seen these gloves and the fan and everything else? And the stairs are beautiful. Look at the stairs, the massive. This is Lady C. This is Lady C. Look at her hair. She always, does it. She has the crowns or the beads or the headbands, and she's always, going to aristocracy parties, in the know. So I definitely think a woman will blow this wide open. And never mind just alluding, okay? Never mind alluding, it'll be an absolute fact. Now, I'm trying to think of Queen of Pentacles and the month. I think I keep seeing it in November. I know we're in November now, but I do see a November. So if we don't hear anything this way, look out, because it's coming. It's absolutely coming. Okay guys, that's it from me. I'll be back soon with another reading, okay? Hit those notifications, hit those subscriptions, because maybe on an evening when I've got a bit of makeup on and no suntan oil in my hair, I might actually come on and do a live as well. It would save me a lot of data. Okay, so until then, guys, I've loved it. I miss you. But, we can stay in touch. Okay, guys. Bye now. Bye-bye.